Hi, I'm Mr. Zorn, and this is the Stair Lab. In this lab, you're going to be looking at work and power. To complete this lab, you're going to be using a couple different tools. You're going to be using a meter stick, a stopwatch, and you're going to need your lab worksheet and a pencil. That's it. Well, and then of course you, because you're going to be actually performing this lab by walking up and down the stairs. I want you to consider these questions. Which will require more work? Walking or running up the stairs? What do you think is going to require more power? Walking or running up the stairs?
All right, let's take a look at the actual lab. Our guiding question, we have two guiding questions actually. Our first guiding question is which requires more work? Walking or running up the stairs? And then our second guiding question is which requires more power? Walking or running up the stairs? You're going to go ahead and make your predictions here before we get into the lab. So if you haven't done so already, take a second and make those predictions.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to fill in everyone's name on the sheet. All of our group members need to be filled in. Then we're going to record their weight in pounds, and then we're going to convert that weight in pounds into a mass in kilograms. And there's a conversion on your sheet. So every 1 pound is equal to 0.45 kilograms.
Once you have your predictions, we need to collect some data. In order to collect data, we need to first fill in the names and weights of everyone in our group. Okay. Now, when we go to take the weights, we're going to take it and convert it into a mass. So for every 1 pound, you have 0.45 kilograms. So what you're going to do in this case, since we know that our weight is in pounds, we want to take that and we want to convert it. So for every 1 pound, we have 0.45 kilograms. So we're going to end up multiplying our weight by 0.45 kilograms to get our mass in kilograms. Okay, so we're going to fill that in before we start the lab.
Next, you're going to need data for everyone walking and running up the stairs. So to do this, we're going to need to go out into the hallway. So to get our vertical height, we're going to measure each stair. In this case, we're at about 17.5 centimeters. And we need to convert that to meters. All right, so we've got our vertical height. The next thing we need to do is we need to figure out, like, if I know the height of one stair, how much total vertical distance have I covered? So I need to count how many stairs we have. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Think about how many total steps you went up. Okay, it's going to be different.
Our total vertical distance is going to be the amount of vertical distance we covered while we were either running or walking. So we know that each step is 17.5 centimeters. We also need to count the total number of steps. So we're going to take the 17.5 centimeters for each step and we're going to multiply it by the total number of steps. And that will give us our vertical distance. In the actual lab, we're going to be collecting data. We need to find times for walking and running for each group member.
Okay, our next step is to figure out how long it takes us to both walk and run. So I'm going to do the walking first. So I'm going to start the stopwatch when I begin walking. And stop it when I'm done. Now that I've got my walking data, I need running data as well. So I'm going to run up the stairs. Not really feeling it right now, but I'm going to do my best. When you're doing this, you want to be careful that you don't run into someone else. So we only want to have one person going up the stairs at a time when we're running. It gets too crazy when we have 2 people going at the same time. So again, I'm going to start my stopwatch when I begin running, and I'm going to stop it when I finish. And stop when I'm done. Another thing you want to consider, do I need to go up every single step? Because I'm tall, I've got long legs. Do I need to hit every single step, or can I skip steps? Am I covering the same vertical distance if I'm skipping steps? So think about that.
Next, what we need to do is we need to calculate our work using the data we calculated when we both ran and walked. We're going to use this formula right here. So to calculate work, we're going to end up taking our mass in kilograms. We're going to multiply it by g. G is that acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.81 meters per second squared. And then we're going to multiply that by the vertical distance, and that is measured in meters. So that's going to give us our work. The next thing we need to solve for is our power. Power is using this formula right here. So power is just going to be the work divided by time. So this time right here, you're going to have two of them. You're going to have time for walking, and then you'll also have a time for running. So you're going to take these calculations and you're going to make sure that you put them on the second page right here. So all of your calculations need to be written out and then filled in on the table for each person.